guys, welcome to the Greenwich Literary Symposium, which is our little book club based here in Greenwich. I am Ed from westendroma.com, this is Pete, and this is Katie. Hi guys.
Hi.
So the book we've just finished reading for our first book is called My Name Is Lucy Barton, and it's by Elizabeth Strout. So we haven't discussed the book at all, and before we do, the thing we always like to do at the Greenwich Literary Symposium is open a bottle of champagne or English sparkling wine, as we are having this month.
That's Italian Prosecco.
English sparkling wine's in the freezer. So this month, for this video, we are having Italian Prosecco from Waitrose. Right, cheers! So, My Name is Lucy Barton. So the basic story, for anyone that hasn't read it, is this woman called Lucy Barton who is in hospital for some unknown reason, and her mother comes to visit. And they don't really get on, and they're just really reflecting on the people that they know in the world and things that have happened in their lives. Can we say that's the basic story?
Kind of, yeah. The overall picture, even though it kind of jumps back and forward in time, was her kind of telling the story of her life leading up to the point when she was in hospital. But even though, like you said in the thing, the doctors couldn't work out what was wrong with her and stuff, I thought she had AIDS.
Yeah.
I think she might have AIDS.
Yeah.
I know. Because she mentioned it a lot, didn't she?
Yeah.
I did think that.
But then she got remarried, didn't she?
Yeah.
So,
But there was no real... I mean, I renamed her Lucy Boring because it's a woman... It's not even a real woman, it's a character that has been invented that has a more boring life than I think most people. And I don't think that's the point.
Yeah, but so the things that I found about it, one, I feel as though she had a mental illness. There was something, there was a lack of clarity in the way she thought about things.
I think she had post-traumatic stress disorder from the abuse that she suffered.
It's not mentioned.
It is.
But not exactly.
And Dad kept walking around with his willy out and wanking and stuff.
No, that wasn't her dad, was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
But that was when he was older.
No, yeah, it was. But she kind of infers that he did that the whole time. They were like beat her and left her in the car and things like that.
She was definitely abused, but there was never like this is my life growing up. I was abused. This happened to me. This happened to me. There was no like explanation of that.
It felt to me a little bit existential. It reminded me a lot of one of the big existential, like 20th century existential novels, where the main character narrates the book, and he talks about everything with the same level of import. So whether he's talking about making a brew, or going to work or going to the shops, he gives it exactly the same kind of attention as his mum dining. It's all kind of a little bit flat, and that's how I felt this was. She talks about like her kids and people she met on the street in the same way that she talked about her own abuse growing up and things like that.
One thing that I will say is it made me think about my own life, and I think that was clever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was told in such a blatantly honest way. This is what happened. This happened. This happened, and it did at points make me reflect on my own life. And I thought, there's something in it that's not as sort of plain as I first thought. I think perhaps.
I guess we are living in a world where we now enjoy watching people on television, watching television.
Yeah.
It's like we enjoy the monotony of not that it's someone's had a really interesting life, but just reading about someone's life. So I guess that's kind of why it has been longlisted for the Man Booker Prize.
Longlisted.
I think that just means it was published in 2016.
Which we thought meant it was up for loads of awards when we bought it, but now we've kind of realised longlisted just means it's probably one of the books that was published.
Of hundreds of books.
Yeah. It was very easy to read.
Yeah.
I mean, the last third of the book I kind of skim read, because it was so easy to just see what was going on without paying much attention to it, which in some ways is good if you're struggling to focus, but in another way, don't you want to read a book to get lost?
Yeah,
in
sort of, yeah.
And there was no point was I engrossed in this book.
No, I wasn't.
I was. And I'm not sure if that's just because I read it in such a short space of time. But I did find it, actually, it was quite unsatisfying. That I found it quite beguiling because I was thinking, oh, right now she's kind of tinged on this abuse. She's got a really fucked up relationship with her mum. She's got a fucked up relationship with her dad. Where's this all going to go? And then it just kind of doesn't really go anywhere.
Exactly, waiting constantly for something to happen. And
it was quite anticlimactic by the time you finished it.
And maybe that was part of what we're supposed to feel. Maybe that's a bit of a metaphor for life, in that actually you're constantly waiting for the next big thing in your life, the thing that's going to make everything perfect, and it never comes.
Yeah, or maybe that's just yours going, got you.
So, in summary, then, in one sentence, what would you say about My Name Is Lucy Barton?
In summary, I think it was a good first book for our club because it was thin. And it had quite big writing in it, so I think it was a good first book for the book club. I don't think I'm going to rush to read any more of Elizabeth Strout, but I'm glad I read it.
Yeah, I would say in summary, it was a really interesting book about nothing.
Yeah, that's quite a good way of putting it. Yeah,
and it was just boring.
Well, shall we move on to...
Yes, so that's the book. My Name Is Lucy Barton. If anybody does want to go out and read it. And if you've read it, then let us know in the comments what you thought of it. Because we have some fairly different views on it. So if you want to join our book club, then you can do it virtually with us. So the next book that we've chosen to read is A Man Called Ove by Fredrik Backman. And it's a New York Times bestseller. And the blurb says, Ove is almost certainly the grumpiest man you will ever meet. He thinks himself surrounded by idiots, joggers, neighbours who can't reverse a trailer properly, and shop assistants who talk in code. But isn't it rare these days to find such old-fashioned clarity and belief and deed, such unnerving conviction about what the world should be, and a lifelong dedication to making it just so? In the end, you will see there is something about Ove that is quite irresistible. So if you like the sound of that and you want to come along with us, then go out and buy your copy and then come back here next month.
It's available on Kindle.
On Kindle and in paperback. And subscribe to my YouTube channel down here, and then you'll get notified when our next video is published. And then you can comment along with us and let us know what you thought of the book. The Greenwich Literary Symposium will also be attending the Greenwich Book Festival on the 26th and the 27th of May. So if you're in London and want to come along to that, look out for our stall, the Greenwich Literary Symposium, where we will be doing a Q&A and chatting about, chatting and boozing. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, I didn't blink.